Welcome to Muendamberi Academy, home of mathematics, biology and chemistry. So today we are going to revise this paper. So this is now another question, okay, for Cambridge Assessment International Education and Mathematics O level. So okay, in my previous video I showed you the solutions from question 1 up to 3. Then in this paper we are going to answer the question number 10, all of it. So this will help you as mathematics, ZIMSEC or Cambridge students to revise as preparation for the 2026 November exams. Okay, so without wasting our time, guys, let's look at this question. So as usual, you know, this is paper 1, so you are not supposed to use calculators. So all working must be shown here without the use of calculators or slide rules. So this is a diagram given. So it's question 10, remember, and it's saying the diagram shows a container in the shape of a prism with an open top. So this part is open. Then the cross section of the prism ABCD is a trapezium. AB is equal to 14 centimeters as shown here. CD is equal to 26 centimeters, which is the side. And BF is equal to 30 centimeters. This is BF. Then the height of the container is 8 centimeters. So this is the height, usually the perpendicular height. So that's the information are given. So what are they saying? On part A, they're saying calculate the area of trapezium ABCD. So whenever they say calculate area, calculate volume, the first thing to do is to smile, because this is very, very easy. Okay, so all right, without wasting our time, let's work out the area of the trapezium ABCD. So this is the trapezium they are talking about. So the first thing that should come into your mind when they say trapezium is half the sum of the parallel sides multiplied by the perpendicular height. That's the formula for area. So we are saying area is given by half the sum of the parallel sides A plus B multiplied by the perpendicular height. So A and B are representing these parallel sides, and the perpendicular height H is this one, which is 8 centimeters. So we now substitute. So it's half. Our A, we can take 14, then plus B, we can take 26, then multiplied by the perpendicular height, which is 8. Remember, these are centimeters. So okay, what are we saying? 2 can cancel with the 8 to get 4. Then here we add. Then after we add, we multiply. So after we add 14 and 26, what do we get? Don't guess, guys. It's very important to show working sometimes to avoid errors. So 26 plus 14. This is to make sure that you get all solutions correct. 6 plus 4, 0, okay, 1, 2 plus 1, 3, then plus 1 is 4. So we get 40. So 40 by 4, we now say, so this gives us 40 by 4. So 4 times 0, 0. 4 times 4 is 16. So it's 160. Remember, the units are very, very important because the examiners will be looking for these units. If you make any errors, they won't give you all the marks. So our answer is 160 square centimeters. So that's our area. You see, this is simple, right? But if you make any mistakes, you will lose these marks. So you don't have to make any errors while working. So the formula is very, very important. We encourage you to show working. Okay, So let's move on to part B. Okay, so it say calculate the capacity of the container in liters. So guys, whenever they say capacity, don't panic. Capacity is just a volume. Okay, ignore the fact that it's capacity. It's the volume that can be accommodated by a container. Okay, so usually they are saying in liters, so we have to say volume. So because it's a prism or it's a beam, we say volume of a beam or a prism is given by the surface area multiplied by the length of the beam or of the prism, right? So since we got the area you see this is simple, right? Okay, so the surface area is 160 square centimeters multiplied by what is the length of the prism. Remember, the cross-sectional area we are talking about is the trapezium. So whenever we get the surface area, which is the trapezium, we just multiply by the length of the beam or the prism, which is 30 centimeters. So to avoid errors, it's very important to go on the corner of the page, then you say 160 multiplied by 30, like this. Then you write down 0. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 6 it's 18, so 8 carry 1. Then 3 times 1 is 3, then plus this one we get 4. Okay, so it's all right, so it's 4,800 cubic centimeters, but they want the answer in liters, you see. So you have to know the relationship between the cubic centimeters and liters. So in general, we say the cubic centimeters are equivalent to the mils, okay, the milliliters. So 1 liter is equivalent to 1,000 cubic centimeters, like this. So if we have cubic centimeters, we just divide by 1,000 to get liters. So in other words, we say the cubic centimeters is 4,800 divided by 1,000. So this gives us liters. So we cancel 0, 0, 0, 0, then 10 into 48 we get 4,8. So it's 4,8 liters. So because it's stated here, there is no need to write the units here. So even here, there is no need because they are stated here. So that's it, guys. That's how we find the solutions for this. So whenever you encounter some of these questions on menstruation, the first thing is to smile because it's very, very easy. If you know the formula, it will be very, very easy for you to work out. So let's move on to part C of this paper. So they are saying calculate the total surface area of the inside of the container. The inside of the container. Right. This is our container, guys. Like this. They said the top part is opened. Okay. Then the inside is like we are finding the area of this part, this part, this part, this part, and the bottom. So those are the dimensions we need to find their area. So, but what we know is that this side is equivalent to the side, the opposite side, and also this side is equivalent to the opposite side. Okay. So, okay, we have to combine their area. So first, we say, let's say we consider the trapezium. We already calculated the area of the trapezium. So we are saying that for the area of the trapezium, we just multiply by 2 to get the area of this one and this one. So the here is the answer. So we say total area is given by the area of this one times 2, which is 160 space centimeters multiplied by 2, plus the area of this one but times 2 because they are the same. So right, you need to pay attention because we just have this side, we don't have this side, the width. So what we need to do is to come like this, then I can use this one so that you can see clearly. So I can cut this point so that I can find the length of this side. Then you also cut this side because these sides are the same, so I can focus on this side. But why I am cutting like this, because I just want to find the length of this part, because I already have this dimension because it's the same. This is just the perpendicular height, so I can say from this point to this point it's 8. I can use this one, it's 8 from this point to this point. Then what I need is the length of this one from this point to this point, because if I get this one and this one, I can use the Pythagoras theorem to find the length of this side, which is the hypotenuse. So alright, since we are given the dimension from this point to this point, it's also equal to from this point to this point, which is also 14. So if from this point to this point is 14 like this, but the full length is 26, so we have to subtract 14 from 26 so that we get the remaining length. So if I say 26 minus 14, what do we get? 6 minus 4, 2, 2 minus 1, 1. So it's 12. So the remaining part is divided into 2, which is this part and this part. They are sharing this length, which is 12 centimeters. So we divide by 2, we get 6 centimeters. So this centimeters is for this part and also this part. So we can now extract a right angled triangle like this from this diagram. We can actually say we have something like this. Then we say this point to this point, this part is right angled, so it's 6 centimeters. Then this one is 8 centimeters. Then we don't know this side. Let's say it's x. Okay. So to find x, first it's the hypotenuse squared is equal to this one squared plus this one squared. So x squared is equal to this one squared according to the Pythagoras theorem. I hope you know this one. 8 squared plus 6 squared. So x squared is equal to 8 squared will get 64, then plus this one will get 36. So this gives us x squared is equal to 100. So if we introduce the square root both sides, this gives us x is equal to 10 centimeters, right? So we managed to find this side because we need it to find the area. So now I can come and say the area of this side is length times width, right? Which is length by the width. So what is our length is that multiplied by the width. I got this, which is 10. Okay, but because these sides are the same, I multiply by 2. Okay, so I will get the area of this side. Then plus What's remaining now is the area of the bottom surface. Okay, this part. How do I get to find the area of the bottom part? I say length times width is given the dimension. So this one is. I just write length times width is 30 by 14. Okay. So this one, there is no need of multiplying by 2 because this part is closed. Okay. So I am continuing. 160 by 2. What do we get? 2 times 0, we get 0. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 carry 1. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. So it's 320. Then plus 30 by 10, we get 300. Times 2, we get 600. Okay, space in meters, space in meters. Plus 30 by 14, to avoid errors we go here. 30 by 14, here we write 0. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 3 is 3. Then plus alright, 4 by 0, we write 0. 4 by 3 is 12, like this. Then we add, we'll get 0, 2, then 4. Right, so it's 420 square centimeters. So we now add 320 plus 600, we get 920. So it's 920 space centimeters plus 420 space centimeters. So what do we get? 920 plus 420. All right, we get 1,340 square centimeters. So this is our final solution. I know this was partly complicated because you were going to get 6 marks. So it means you are going to work a lot. So this is important. All this information is part of your working, which leads you to get all the 6 marks. So now you can write the final solution as 1,340. The units are given, so there is no need. Right, the last but not the least, they are saying a mathematically similar container has a height of 16 centimeters. Okay, calculate the total surface area of the inside of the container with the height 16 centimeters. So it means they are saying that there is another container which is also similar to this one. Okay, so whenever they tell you about the word similar, it's similarity. Okay, similarity of shapes. So if shapes are similar, what we know that the ratio of their sides can give you the ratio of the area. Okay, since we got the total surface area of inside of this prism, we can also find the inside surface area of the other similar shape with the height. So the first thing is to find the ratio of sides. We are given the height 16 centimeters, so we can write 16 centimeters. Okay, since they are all centimeters, we can just write 16 as 2. The other, this one, like this prism, it has a height of 8 centimeters, so it's 8. Okay, like this. So we want to find the simplest ratio. We can divide both sides by 8 by 8. This is 2:1. So this is the simplest ratio. So if we have ratio of sides, to find the ratio of area, we square the ratio of sides. So we now square ratio of sides. So if we square 2 and 1, we get 4 as to 1. 1 remains 1. Now we can say, okay, this 4 is for this container with the height 60 centimeters. So we are saying 4 as to 1 should be equal to the ratio of area, must be equal to the ratio of area calculated. Okay, so for this one we'll come first. So we don't know, let's put x as to this one. We know it because we have calculated it here. So it's 1340, like this. Then right, we write like this. We want to find the value of x. So if we, to make it easy, we say x over 1340. Here it also for like that, it will say 4 over 1. So we cross multiply both sides by 1340. 1340. So this will cancel. So our x is equal to 4 by this one. So it's 4 times 0, 0. 4 times 4, 16. 6 carry 1. 4 times 3, 12. Plus 1, 13. 3 carry 1. 4 times 1, 4 plus 1, 5. Right. So that's the area of the container, which is similar to this one. Okay. So it's 5,360. So that's the total surface area of the inside of the container with the height 60 centimeters. So that's it, guys. That's the full of this question. I hope you found this one helpful. So what I encourage you guys is to pay attention to mensuration, because it's one of the most asked questions in ZIMSEC and Cambridge. So you have to take note. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe so that you see more videos. Thank you so much.